What book?
The unwritten book of the road.
Used to view you as a mountain that I couldn't climb at first, but I've only stumbled over diamonds and I no longer fear the worst. stumbled over diamonds, and I no longer fear the worst.
all day, every day. Ooh, man, guys, it's been a lot. Been a week already. Damn it, I left my drink downstairs.
Let's do it!
Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on that literal best of all days, coming to you live from that Beats Lab, Central Florida. We're doing it again. Guys. Auro, what's up? Recoil, Tolus, Idiot in a Rampage, Reapray. I know. It's been a week. It's Tuesday. A lot has happened. Let's start getting some giveaways queued up because we also didn't do our month ender, so we gotta get an opener. So let's do a wild card giveaway. Exclamation point wild card, free entry into the Top D Grand Prix. And I'm actually eating, which you know I normally don't do. Because I barely made it. 90 in Chicago crashing at him. It's hot here, but it's also about this thunderstorm right now. So, Tolus, my dude. So, got some thrifty on the way home. Our favorite Latin bodega. Crashing at him every day in July, predicted over 85. Damn. So, Banhammer about to get a thunderstorms too. Heard that. I'm excited too. To get some real ass airbrushing done. But it's been a week, Reapray. So we just got back from the podiatrist, where my poor lady had to get her toenail taken off. Which is just one thing that's already happened this week. Like, about 6 months ago, I think you guys probably remember, at school, there's an accident with a little ESC kid, and smashed her toe pretty bad, and it got black, and then the toenail fell off. Like half of it, like all broke off. And now it's growing all the way back, but now it's like curling and clubbing down the front. It was bad today when she woke up, so I got a walk-in, at her podiatrist, and they're like, yeah, should take it off. So now she's got no toenail downstairs, laid up. But Dagoon, what's up, brother? I get some love in chat. Go boy, right? But remember, she's had the sciatica flare for 2 weeks, and that's finally starting to go away. And I mean, she's been to the chiropractor multiple times. The pain is out of control. She got a vibration plate now. I mean, bro, she was depressed. That sciatica bullshit, right? And so now, like, that's gone away. 2 new things happened for her. She's like, just got out of school, just got out of summer school, trying to enjoy her vacation. We're at the store, and she starts kind of like zoning out, and she's like, I'm gonna have a seizure. And I know about this, like, it's focal aware seizures. And the last time this happened to her was like over a year ago. Never in public. And it's like, all right, what do you want me to do? She's like, just get me out of here. I was like, say less. And bro, like within 4 seconds of her saying like, I'm gonna have a seizure, she's like legs out from under her. Right? We're at 5 and below, so I just grab her little ass, just take her out, and take her outside where there's air. Because like I already know, like, she doesn't want to be embarrassed, she doesn't want to cause a scene, she doesn't want someone to call like a fucking ambulance, not knowing that this whole thing's gonna last like 3 minutes. And so I get her outside, keep her standing for a second, hold her. She's like, just, she can understand, she's aware of everything, but she's, you know, for like these 3 minutes, she can't control or respond. And so that we controlled that. Then so that ruined the whole day. That was like Sunday. She was like, "Oh, let's go." We went to like IHOP. She loves IHOP, and then we went to Five and Below. Got her some chancherias. Like, she loves her little Hello Kitty stuff. And then this happened. So then that kind of fucks you up for the rest of the day, right? So she's like laid out in bed, just chilling, you know, really tired. And then she just goes to bed early. But she's got medicine for this. She's on medicine and everything for it. Then the next day, like the postal phase, whatever they call it, there's a term for recuperating for like the period of time recovering from a seizure. So part of this is all linked to her migraines. And so then she gets a fucking vicious migraine. So bad that she throws up, like, so much pain. So like her entire Monday is ruined by the seizure and the migraine. And I think we even went to the doctors on Monday. We saw our neurologist. No, we saw our neurologist this morning. The trigger, she thinks it was the red lights. For some reason, the other day, my LED strip was red. Like, it like glitched. I think the power went out. And it just said like kind of turn on by itself, and no one said, and we didn't say, she was just chilling watching TV. And she was like, oh, I don't like that. And then I was like, oh, let me turn that off. But like, apparently like red light. So that's just dead to me now. She's been dealing with the toe thing. We went to the neurologist this morning for the seizure. The toe thing was getting so bad. I was like, why don't we just call the podiatrist now and see what they got? And it's right down the street, so we just got to walk in. And they're like, yeah, best thing we should do is take that thing off. So now, all in 72 hours, literally she has a little seizure, has to get carried out of the store in front of everyone and embarrassed. Vicious migraine, nausea, throwing up. Completely ruins Monday, first day of summer. And then today she doesn't have a toenail. All in 72 hours, beginning of her summer. And my brother and my nieces are coming here for 4th of July weekend. Thursday night, and now she's like laid out with no toenail, feeling like shit. Right, crashing at him sucks, right? Reapray. Recoil's mom in chat. What's up, Recoil's mom? Wajja over on YouTube. What's up, man? Tommy front seat. What's up, man? You need a rampage? Yeah, she's speed running it. Let me add Mateo to the list. We're getting some stuff done, and I'm behind because of all this shit. We're doing some month openers. So let's do... Mega gift bag. This is the ticketed raffle, exclamation point, ticket space, number of tickets. Tommy front seat, man. What's up, brother? Yeah, we're getting caught up on our month ender from last month. And then we're about to reset Yo Dogs. So I have a list of all the people I'm going to have to refund 100 Yo Dogs to, because I'm going to reset the Yo Dogs after this. That's everybody who's resubbed since I started. I'm trying to get some food in me. I normally hate eating on stream, but this all started this morning and I just got back. Bro's magic. She feels a lot better now that her foot doesn't hurt because it's numb and she's got no nail, but she does. She's a lot better spirits now. Reappraise, you're 26 Yo Dogs short. I don't know, man. Recoil, can you give that man 26 Yo Dogs? So, like I said, I'm going to reset the Yo Dogs after this giveaway to start the month opener, to start the actual month. But Recoil, Huff, Tolis, Dagoon, Kara Quinn, I'm going to refund you your sub Yo Dogs, and I'll add a bonus all to the chat for the time we've been streaming, because we're going to start our dice bag giveaway. Yeah, Erwin, I just wanted to send a 2-month badge. Congratulations and thank you. We are we're gonna be doing our dice bag giveaway this month every Tuesday, and we're doing it different than we've done it before. It's gonna be a tickets, exclamation point bag raffle, end of the show raffle, based on it's gonna escalate every Tuesday. So you no purchase necessary. Technically, 180 today to get in on it. Thank you for 72 months of support, Caraquin. Imperator Panda. Hey, I've been looking for your Magnus video. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a Patreon edit on that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. The Magnus. It's over on YouTube right now. Gotta log out. Log back in. I gotta do a code. Buddy Funster. Oh, this guy's so much stuff. All right, let me get the scroll up. And I'm going to need let's take a look at the Sacred Scroll document. Why aren't there... Did I fuck this up? Or did I make a new spreadsheet? Because there should be strike-throughs on these. This is concerning. Oh, dice shipping. I made a new document. Oh, thank God. I'm gonna send myself an email. Okay, I got that. Just a reminder. Oh, and what was I looking for? The Patreon video? There, I just posted a link to the Patreon video that completely chronicles Magnus, the Patreon post. To Imperator Panda. To Origin, what's up, brother? Been a minute, dog. Magnus. Recoil, I took the dice out of I copy pasted the dice, put them in a shipping list so I can recombine the names into and then strike throughs and stuff on who's been shipped, who hasn't. All right, so on the Sacred Scroll, give me an entry. We're going to give away some of the new Monument Hobbies professional paint. So I've got 3 little units. 3 units of paint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paints per unit. Here we go. I'm gonna give out 3 of these right now. Month ender, month opener. Saruman. Major Havoc. And Major Havoc again. He donated a lot last month, so he gets 2 units of paint. Okay. So now, this is what we're going to do. Reset points. I need to dispense. He just resubbed. The Huff resubbed. Tolless resubbed. Dagoon resubbed. Oh, D-Goon. The Huff, tier 2. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, it says it in there. Oh, recoil's tier 3. And Kara Quinn. Tier 1. It just says it right there. Now, we've been live for 24 minutes. So just bonus stalled. I got you, Huff. Dark Horse, what's up, player? So I just had to do my month. We had to finish up the giveaways from last month. Told the story about what happened this weekend and today and yesterday, and My poor lady has gone through it, bro. She had a seizure, hemiplegic migraine, and got her toenail removed today. That the first 2 days of summer for her, summer break. And so I was almost late, and I ate. And now the bag raffle is here every Tuesday this month. And that's today. We've never done this type of giveaway. So today is the first raffle. It's 180 yo dogs. You get 180 yo dogs for watching today. That's the whole. That's what you get for watching. That's one raffle ticket. So today is actually the cheapest entry point into the giveaway. Next Tuesday, right? It keeps escalating because we keep watching, right? So next Tuesday it's 360 yo dogs. The 15th is 540. 22nd is 720. And finally, the last giveaway is 900 yo dogs per ticket. So 5 total dice bags. Going home. Custom made, handmade. They look way better than this graphic right here. They're like actually handmade, totally stitched by hand. 5. Greenleaf Terrain Studios. What's up, brother? That's right. I look like my retirement photo now. Greenleaf. My like AI fucking fake retirement photo. I made it happen. So stay tuned. We're going to do that raffle today. 180 yo dogs per ticket. Do what I can. All right, let's get set up. And this is where we are. Base coats. This is just golden brown. And so I did get my little box of monument paints. Let me see what's in there. Oh. I added a bunch of paints individually to this order and I've got a drawer full of paints to give away for your dice bags. There's Eilenosaurus in chat. Poor little thing sitting on a couch with no toenail. Little dinosaur emote. Where'd you get that little emote? So I got a bunch of paint. All singles. Okay? And I bought these all for Nurgle in mind. Every single paint I bought thinking of Nurgle in my mind. Crow, what's up, brother? There's some great colors in here. Look at this. This is there's some great colors in here. Bright pale yellow. I'm feeling that. Bro, there's another color in here I just saw for the first time. I'm into. Heavy, warm white. Yo, I'm into that. That slaps. Instantly sucking the dick of that color. Yeah, I'm feeling that. Yeah, there's lots of colors in here. We got some good shit. I just went through like every paint. I was like, yeah, Nurgle, 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 Nurgle. Nope, nope, nope. If it gave me the Nurgle vibe, I'll put it in the cart. She said, ew, don't tell everyone. The AMP line is so dope, Captain Van Hammer. Did I get Petroleum Brown? Maybe. It's probably in there. Recoil, you lost both your big toenails? That sucks. No pedicures for a million minutes, Eileen. That's right. Dark Horse, I might kick from the stream, but I'm looking to buy some new AK speed paint line. Yeah. I'm sure they don't suck. Yeah, the AMP line is all for the Star Wars game in mind. All right, so let me just dump some of this. And what we're going to do is we're going to start moving this brown, this yellow brown, into our much brighter skin tone. So let's just pour some pure water in there. Let's just blast it out. $10% off of a pedicure price, Elro says. I love it. She's down there with a numb foot watching trash TV on the couch because I didn't let her come up the stairs. Kramer says, where's the Titan? What? I don't even know to what do you refer, sir? We only paint great unclean ones now. Bro, you guys want to hear something funny? So the other day, Eileen Osaurus is over here looking at this demon. And she's like, what is that? And I was like, great unclean one. She's like, no, but like, what is it? I was like, great unclean one. She's like, no. I was like, it's a great unclean one. How the fuck do I answer this question? It's a great unclean one. It's a great unclean one. She's like, no, like, what is it? I was like a greater demon of Nurgle? She's like, yeah, that, Nurgle. And I was like, how the fuck do you know what a Nurgle is? Get the fuck out of here. So she is all on her own, already inferred and deduced what Nurgle is. And I was like, he's a chaos god. She's like, I know. I was like, how many chaos gods are there? She's like, 4. And I was like, what? I was like, okay, what do they represent emotionally? She's like, I was like, you know. She's like, anger, happiness. I was like, wrong. Get the fuck out of here. You're just making shit up. There ain't no happiness. I mean, I guess Nurgle's kind of happy. Fuck. She knows things. Captain Banhammer says my girl's Insta feed is all Warhammer memes because of you now. Yeah, I guess they're all technically happy in their own way. Their goal is happiness. Okay, so I've never used the warm white. So first thing I want to do, yeah, Nurgle just blesses all his patrons and you know, blessings and gifts. All right. So that's gangster. So I actually just want to see. Now I'm gonna deliberately disrespect this a little bit, just because I want to see the interaction. I just want to see how they play together. Because I have a feeling it's not as bad as I think it is. I'm going to see how speckly and grainy this is. Not as speckly and grainy as I thought it would be. See, I had a suspicion. For some reason, I'm looking at this color and I'm like, bro, I kind of feel like I could just get it right on there. Normally, I would never do what we're doing right now. Okay? But I have a feeling that I can build this up right over this. Because here's the thing. We're mostly going to erase this brown color. I just want to kind of get a little feeling of that. Okay. It could be better. Let's lower the opacity more. Throw a little, and actually now marry it. Throw a little in there. Just want to kind of feel it out. Feel confident. But I'd like it to be a little bit more yellowy brown. A little bit more moisture. That's right. Bag raffle. We're doing a no purchase necessary raffle today. 180 Yo-Dogs per ticket. You get 180 for watching per show. And there's not going to be a limit to how many tickets you can throw down at the end of the show. Oh, yeah, it's better. So mostly, I'm going to seek to erase most of the brown. And just leave a little bit in the deep recess. Using some top-down strategies when available. So you just gotta kind of keep changing the angle. See, keep some shadows intact. We turn this light down a little bit. Aquazax in the chat. What's up, brother? Go, boy. Dude, accept the fact that you will eventually die and run away, and he blesses you with no pain and happiness for the rest of your life. Out of the four, he's the best. Yeah, I agree. You know, like, he's kind of, like, secretly the god of life. Because he doesn't value human life over other forms of life. All right, so we're just working our top-down angle. This is warm white, heavy warm white with some of the brown mixed in. And one of the things is we're trying to do is we got to get this skin to be extremely pale. So we want to get reasonably opaque on this journey. There's a little face. Get some of this out of here. This the regular GW sculpt? Yes. Kramus. So now we're back to the heavy warm white. So now what we want to do is bring the white in a little bit more directionally. We're using the angles still. Get the leg. Sheet the angle. Work these big folds in his back. Get down to that back leg. Like I said, for the most part, we're kind of foregoing our normal like hyper transition game here because we need to establish a solid, somewhat opaque and consistent bright base for that skin feeling. And the warm white's doing a great job working with the golden brown we set up. Great little shadows in there. Where's my little piece of the instructions? I'm vibing that. Art of Blake, I'm starting to decide what to bring along with doubles this year. A lot of good Chaos Armies right now. I feel that. Ray of Prey, yeah, I'm still using that compressor. That's fine. Okay. This is where it's going to get exciting. Because we had such a big model. We get to kind of sculpt it with our airbrush. Now, we're taking inspiration from Rodicus. They use some interesting choices in the shadows, which I like. So let me look at my little box of colors. I know I picked a color. I want to use this bright pale green. And I want to go back to the golden brown. No, I'm actually second guessing that. Because I kind of like the idea of jade in that. So I'm going to take this brown and jade it up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And maybe even a step further. I'm trying, oh, man, I got some ideas. SJ 2012, thanks for the follow. Check us out, dark blue. Plenty of moisture. Little flow improver. He says, yeah, thin it. Fucking goddamn Greenleaf Terrain Studios. Okay, so let's use our mag valve. Now what we want to do is we want to cut some contrast back in, kind of hit shadows. So, like, see what I'm saying? I feel like I can be thinner. Way thinner. More water. And what I want to do is bring an interesting shadow into deeper folds, kind of under things, you see? Armpit, under the hand. We shoot it in here. Work that tear. And trouble. What's up, brother? And because the model's so big, we can kind of backshade easily. I'm gonna lower it even further. Throttle the airbrush more. See, I'm working kind of certain textures too. Getting inside some of those folds. I don't know what just happened right there, but I speckled it all over. I felt it kind of hiccuping when I did that. So there was a clog in there. And when I tilted the airbrush, it splattered right here. In the armpit. I felt it happening as it happened. Play through. Man, I gotta be careful. It's too much. I put too much water in the pot, and now it's threatening to spill. Just trying to bring fun contrast in. And I'm gonna go back in time. Go even brighter. Kind of cut back and forth. But this is like what's fun about these bigger models. Get to really use the airbrush in more ways. Fucked up this little spot right here. That's no problem. Spray down on this tentacle. Oh, it's about to clog on me. Felt it that time. Let me do like a quick inversion right here. Can undershadow inverted. Stop the pot. Otis, what's up, brother? Now let's get the heavy white back in there. And there's some of that dirty paint water. So now it's going to have an interesting greenish gray tint. Right, big models allow you to be more fancy. Okay, so now we have a interesting kind of greenish white color. And I'm going to kind of use that to smooth out any speckling I see. Kind of shooting back to the mid-tone. In trouble coming in with that raid? Look at this shit. Where's that coming from? And so In Trouble and crew, what's up? So we moved back to the warm white, which was already on here, and we let the dirty paint water from this weird Plains gray mix we made, basically. And now we're kind of smoothing out with an incredibly low opacity filter any speckling we don't like, kind of cleaning up using our top-down strategies. See? Look at that dimension. And this is mostly a filter, right? Because it's not totally even, it's not even remotely opaque. And it really just kind of fogged any weird speckling, kind of evened it out. And adds another dimension, complexity to the pale skin workup. And Trouble and crew. Establishing local tones, Captain Banhammer says. Doing what we can. He gets it. Same thing right here. A little face. Now, I think it's pretty good. I do want to go a step brighter, but I want to do it with a dry brush because this guy is extremely dry brushable. So I want to pull out like bold titanium white, mix it with some of the bold yellow white or warm white, and I want to take it a step further. Sure. Let me cut this out. And Troubles I've been lurking. I've been learning to use my Badger airbrush once we move in a couple weeks. So this is fascinating. About to pull out the old airbrush. Makes me happy to hear, brother. We're just rinsing it. Get some of that nonsense out of there. It's good enough. Hobo, rinse, reset. Go back to the heavy warm white. Water. Flow improver. Looks good. I like that. So now what we want to do, aim at some of these areas. Gonna just subtract some of that filter. See it like how there's like almost like a bow knotted muscles there. So this doesn't have any of that green gray combo. We're gonna be really thinking of the zenithal right here. Just let it glide down the tops of things. Leg. See. Bring a little bit more heat. And we want there to be complexity, because that's the thing. It's really easy to like accidentally end up a monochromatic with something like when you're going this bright, because we're setting almost just a bright value. This, you know, so we got to cheat what color we can into it. In trouble, lurk mode. And the headpiece, mostly fabric. But you see, I'd like to go a little brighter, but I kind of want to reserve the dry brush for that. So now just build another layer of opacity on some of these fatter skin folds. Keep that zenithal position strong. Let's skitter down. And I isolate the bicep. Quad. And we got to be careful, because normally I like to be extremely dark and then erupt into the brightness. But that's not going to get us the result that we're imagining for this skin. We have to be relatively, our darkest skin has to be kind of bright. Shout out to Monument Hobbies with that big raid. We're using Monument Hobbies Bold's Warm White at this moment. We used a little bright jade and dark blue to put some of these weird shadows in. And now we're smoothing them out back out with our heavy warm white. And so this was golden brown to heavy warm white. Then we backshaded it a little bit by introducing jades and blues into the brown mix. Kind of ended up with almost a Plains gray. And now we're smoothing some of those transitions out, because we're going to go with a much paler skin workup on this Nurgle, not like a traditional dark green to bright green, pale. We've done that 1,000 times. So we're going actually more for Rodicus. This is Rodicus. And we're going for kind of his box art look as our main inspiration. Complicated Gaming in the chat. What's up, brother? Shout out to the Monument crew. And so what I'm doing is I'm eyeballing little spots to inject a little bit of the warm white into, smoothing out shadows. And I want there to be like a layer of complexity, right? Because now we've got kind of like that drowned skin bloated corpse look. And I want to use dry brushing this guy. It'd be a crime not to do some dry brushing on this. But a lot of these big folds, we're gonna have to go back in and do some glazing and pin washing. And I'm gonna do some I'll do more airbrushing after the dry brushing too. Like the airbrush is gonna come out a lot on this project. Man, I'm excited. We're doing something new. Me too. Now I'm going to grab some transparent white. A little bit of flow improver. And I'm going to use the transparent white to go just like one little step further. I'm just wide open right now, just giving it a filter. Filter is just some ghostly white. Hitting my angles. Beautiful. That's a good starting place. A little bit on its face. Okay, let's let that cure. Let's set up to do a little whip session while that's curing. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. Exclamation point whip. Join the Discord server. Let's take a look at what you guys are working on. Remember, guys, tonight is our first dice bag raffle. The way it works is raffle tickets are 180 Yo Dogs. Unlimited tonight. But the next raffle on Tuesday, it doubles. And it keeps doubling, basically. So today's the cheapest time to get into the giveaway. We're doing 5 giveaways this month with our new custom dice bag with Mad Lore. All right, be right back. Shout out to Dark Horse 77. Is that a different Dark Horse? I don't recognize the name. DRKHRSE. Are you like our typical Dark Horse or a different Dark Horse? Picking up some raffle tickets, I'm assuming. Oh, that's you. Why did you write like a new name? The bot's probably not gonna know who the fuck you are, dude. Why would you do that? Let me go look. Yeah, 0. You only have 45 Yodoks. I got you. You don't want raffle tickets to win the dice bag? There you go. No need for that. So you guys telling me I went through all this work to make these stupid dice bags because War Pigment said it would be funny and no one else thinks it's funny? Just me? This is my big summer promo, guys. I went all in on this, just like I did with the Twisted Tea fucking fanny packs. War Pigment's like, did I have a bad read on this? I went all in on War Pigment. War Pigment's like, this would slap. I was like, you're right, let's do it. I should have asked more people. Oh, let me restart Discord. Oh, speaking of asking more people. What are you guys doing on 4th of July? That's Friday. Well, I want to disable streamer mode.
Unemployment money, give me back.
Banhammer. Take my unemployment money. Bro, it's being so weird about streamer mode. Why is it like this? It like shows me at the top of the screen and then it's gone. And it doesn't work. Today's Canada Day. What's Canada? Audio thing. And then it just shut my audio down. Now it's back. Mic check. Bro, what the fuck just happened? Bro, it threw a whole ass fit just now. That was wild. Banhammer, thank you. Take my unemployment money. Give me that bag. When you shit talk the North Floridian. That's right, Reaper. Don't let it happen again. So, 4th of July. Like, I was supposed to be at my parents' house on that Saturday, and my brother's coming to stay the weekend on Friday with family. Because I was like, yeah, come over 4th of July. And I realized the 4th of July was Friday, like a stream day. Wait, now it's saying I signed out? What the fuck is all this? I don't even know. So basically, do I cancel the Friday stream? Hang out with my family instead? Because everyone else is probably going to be hanging out with their families? Who is this? I can't read these names because streamer mode won't turn off. So I don't know who this is. Who's doing these Blade Guard veterans? Oh, and this is amazing. Who's this? Oh, Agrippa, what's up, man? Okay, the band member says, nope, we're your family. They hang with us. That's what I'm saying. Agrippa, this slaps. That's what I'm saying, but like, how many of you guys have plans Friday? Friday at 5 on 4th of July. East Coast time. And this is Trench Crusade, right? Ziggy, you gonna be at the beach? War Pigment's got plans. Repray says you're internationals to be here. We're loyal. No, you guys don't have the fucking same holidays we have. Banhammer says you'll be the only dude streaming Warhammers on that day. Agrippa. I like the blade. I like the Deathwing blade guard. Kramus. Let's take a look. Here we go. Tactical Tortoise TV coming in with 24. Raiders. What's up, guys? We're doing a little whip session. Exclamation point whip. Join our Discord server. Show up some of your work. We're letting the great Unclean ones airbrushing we just did settle down before we pull out the paintbrushes. Welcome, Kramus. This is amazing. Bo's Magic said I'll be doing the same thing I do every Friday, trying to take over the world. Fuck yeah, dude. It's a good callback to my childhood. If you're just tuning in, this is our big summer promo. Our custom dice bags are en route to go with the big dice push. We're doing something brand new. We've never done this before. It's been next month, by the way, August is our 9-year stream anniversary month. So this is just in time. SJ, anyone have suggestions to help painting for someone who shakes a lot? Get an airbrush and dry brush and oil washes. Get invested in a good dry brush set, soft rounds. I've taught people who've got nerve damage before, one-on-one. Airbrushing doesn't care. Soft round dry brushes don't care. And good oil wash habits. Oh shit, look at that. Kramus. The blue one sells for 75. You're selling these for 75 a pop. That's crazy. That's all, I mean, it makes sense. They look great, but that's awesome, dude. Beautiful work on this. Yeah, EXC and Agrippa are talking about stabilizing too. SJ, you want multiple points of contact? But depending on the severity of your shakes, determines the likelihood that strategy will work. But traditionally, the closer to your body and to the table all of your shit is, and if all your shit's linked together, the more precise you'll be. Yeah, Krampus, killing it, man. Banhammer. Last 10 Reapers almost done getting my Karn Wraith built. Ooh. Lyndon used wrist weights. Yeah, war pigment. Makes sense. Yeah, I worked with Lyndon 101 for a while. he ended up getting really good at oils, dry brushing, and airbrushing. Bro, this looks so good. Greenleaf terrain. Yep. Yeah, these look amazing. Lanced Jack just wrapped up the Corn Lure Skulls. What a pain in the ass. Yeah, guys. That's a lot. Oh, this is your battle box for this army? It's amazing. Love it. Mo's Magic, 20-year-old, 4-year-old Necron Lord. Wait, what is this? Oh my god, dude, look at this nonsense. Why is he so big? It's like a statue? Banhammer battle ready boxes. Chicago Games Day 20 years ago. Bro, I love how it like looks exactly like an old Necron warrior, just big. '81 OTP HJs. Sweet. Waldo's tuning in. What's up, brother? We get some love in chat right there. Exclamation point bag raffle. It's our July promo started today. We're doing something we've never done before, Waldo's. We're going to be doing ticketed raffle every Tuesday for the new dice bags. Today, raffle tickets are 180 Yo-Dogs. It's the cheapest it's ever going to be. It escalates with stream days, since you get free Yo-Dogs. Mo's Magic, this is awesome. EXC 75, let's go. Death Guard. Oh, that looks so good. Good job on the pin wash and the inner panel edge highlighting. EXC 75. That chest looks great. Beautifully. Beautiful, man. I love it. And I love this little guy right here. The backpack looks incredible, man. Beautiful work. Poor pigment. Oh yeah, the little the mining mole person. This one's yours? Yeah, because you had to dirty up that other one. You didn't like that. I'm liking that. What's going on here? Some pirates. Gar. Cannon fodder. they just get shot up. Who's this? I can't see names for some reason. I don't know who this is. We extended length? Oh yeah, let's go. What the fuck happened? Bro, Imager is giving my computer AIDS. I just post these on fucking Discord next time. Complicated gaming. Well, the armor looks really good. The fabric looks really good. I'm not sold on this face. It's the weak point. Or pigment. Oh, this is where you find the jacked wizard. Yeah, recoil, I don't know. Yeah, it won't even let me, like, it normally just shows me like a button when I load it up to turn it off, and it's not like communicating. Yeah. Perfect 3-foot rule. Well, like the sisters' faces are kind of hard anyway, complicated gaming, because they don't have like a lot of deep furrows. They're like sculpted more feminine and soft. So you can't just like get away with like a two-tone with a wash. Doesn't really do much. But it does something. Like just pick one flesh and then the progression lighter flesh. Hit it with light skin tone. Like lightly highlight up the cheeks and stuff. But you gotta have like a good heart pull game. All right. I'm about to jump back into it. Do some brush work. Let's see if we can pull out some dry brushes, show you guys some methodical dry brushing. Exclamation point bag, raffle. 180 Yodogs per ticket today. Cheapest it's ever gonna be. Got a command for it. This is the new artwork, the no hobo artwork, and custom dice bags. It's not bag, but I should maybe I should copy and paste it to bag. On. Bag. We got so many bags. Updated them all. And you might want to adjust the bags on Swallerbot for me. That was a Swallerbot command. Recoil. Hit the cog next to my name. Streamer. Holy shit. That's a game changer. Thank you. The bot master. Exclamation point bag raffle. Nope, we're not doing any top D giveaways. Dice bags. This is your 5 chances this month.
What book?
The unwritten book of the road.
That's right. The unwritten book of the road. You guys follow the book too? Yeah, I mean, you? I guess I got to. All right, so I told you guys I like to keep several dry brushes on standby. I've got 6, and I just got the set again. So now I've got 9. Thank you, Rico. So we want to go brighter and want to hit those edges. So the brightest right now, we did put like a thin layer of transparent white over everything, but it's not very opaque. Let's get some bold titanium white right here. And see, that's much whiter than what you're seeing here. Not even comparable, right? So that's showing you like how not white that really is. So let's put some of the heavy warm white. And I'm gonna grab some bright ivory too. See where that sits. Look at that. So that sits in between. So let's take a look again. So let's grab some of the yellow, or the warm white, some of the ivory, some of the white, kind of put them all together. Use a little paper towel trick. I'm going to use this model, kind of get the excess off of. And I like using like a throwaway model so I can really play with it for a second to make sure that what's on my brush is what I want. those first few strokes sometimes can be a problem. And so what we want to do is we want to kind of go against the grain. Now that's a little excessive. I'm going to take some of it off. See, I'm working the knee. Too much. I'll take some more off. And we're going to just drop it down over these folds against the grain. So right now it's a vertical motion, top down. See, we're highlighting some of that. See that? Hand, top down. Here, kind of go against the grain on that tear. Kind of go against these folds right here, so more horizontal to the model. Back to vertical on these folds. Kind of cheat the angle right here. I'm gonna go up and down right there against both angles. Gotta get every little seam to start popping out. Going down on this big titty right here. More horizontal right here. Oh yeah, we didn't even glue this hand on. And see, this is our subtle highlight. We combine all of them together, and it has a lot of linking still occurring from the warm, heavy warm white against it right here. And so because of that, it's letting us be a little bit more heavy-handed. That's what we want. We're getting bonus highlights, you see? We're gonna have to reload the brush. You see, we're getting a lot of bonus highlights. And the trick here is definitely to be a little bit more subtle. I just turned the light down a little bit, I think. Yeah, it does make him look censored, complicated gaming. Let's reload. That's our heavy warm white. Or yeah, this is our ivory. This is our actual white. Move a little bit more into that actual white category. We're just pinching the tip of it in our paper towel. We're gonna just exhaust some of this on the model. Rottweiler, 41 months, like a pro. Let's mess with the face for a little bit. I'm going to work on these horns just to make sure I have the flow right. Yep. Go back to the knee. Just kind of observe what it looks like. Sure, we're still looking good. Against the grain. Against the grain. It'll start picking up more and more detail. Always kind of look at where the texture is going and try to go against it. Even if, you know, here is a little different than here. It's a little different than here. Keep an eye on that. You see? The elbows that way. This fold is kind of like this. And this fold's kind of like this. And so just use the soft brown dry brush and kind of just change the angle as needed. On these tears, I'm kind of going every direction. And so we're just bringing up these highlights. And that's why we stopped what we did. We could have gone brighter in the airbrush step, but we wanted to leave some room to engineer in a little bit of shadow, right? We want some of this to be what is dark as we move toward a brighter final skin tone. Look at that. My man Rotweezy. Okay. Okay, let's go ivory, white, much brighter. See, this is what we've been doing. This is where we're going. Maybe a touch of the warm white. So that's brighter, working up, showing it respect. Stick our little guy. Get some of this off. Try the knee. Yep, it's a little brighter for sure. Against the grain on the belly. Get those big, beautiful pecs. See these highlights appearing? Building up that contrast as we subtract from the shadow. Essentially creating a layering procedure where we are cutting back shadow and deploying highlight. The trick here is treat it as respectfully as you would your airbrush. You can't just jump straight to the final destination. Got to build it up. and kind of keep an eye on things. If you want that dry brushing to blend in smoothly and not look streaky and like you dry brushed it, you want it to look natural, build it up. Take a little bit of time. Use the right tool. Nice, soft, round dry brushes. This shouldn't be fast. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to quickly dry brush it. If you quickly dry brush it, it's the same as like saying I'm going to quickly airbrush it. You know, where you skip steps and it looks like shit. Some areas like the, his hands, we're going to come back, do some little pin washes. But look at all that. Some say they're the best pecs. Big, beautiful pecs. Pretty cool. Okay. White. You talked to Brad yet, Kara Quinn? No. I did not. Replay. This makes me realize we need a proper Diablo like in the 40k universe. Yeah. Like, what's going on with Brad? You said something about him needing a podcast or something, or him needing a talking spot? Like, what's going on? What do you mean? That was hours ago that you said that to me. Lots happened. This is two different doctors. Lady's got her toenail ripped off. I had a lot going on today. All right. Let's go back to the knee. Lightly pull down. And so we have a lot of white here. And we're going to just try to skip around. We're just getting all those subtle kind of textures in his skin pop out now. He is just doing lore shit now, but with Wyatt and the VA, maybe work, I guess, Thursday. You know, Rob called me the other day asking about guests. Zombified 777. What's up, man? Good dry brushing habits. Just live in this step for a while, guys. It's gonna get so much of this done for us. You're starting to see like all those shades we threw in there, how they matter now. pull this off. A little more right here. Quinn says he never dry brushed, but makes sense. Yeah, this, it's like such a big part of the technique. Okay, look. Ooh, let me rinse this off. Get some of that paint out of there. Dark Horse says he looks dusty. Yeah, that's the unfortunate side effect of dry brushing. We're gonna have to try to undo that with varnishes and stuff. Now I'm gonna go to the smaller dry brush. Quinn clean dry brush always seems difficult. Usually sink dish soap works pretty good, or immediately thoroughly rinse it like I just did, and then let it air dry. So I'm using the smallest one I have. And this is going to be for like some spot highlighting. Fingers. Right here. Stuff where I was struggling to get the brush before. I'm gonna kind of pull focus. Yeah, I always find that like washing it with the Monument Hobby soap, kind of like I feel like it takes forever, bro. Sometimes I just straight hit it with dish soap and just immediately wash it. Obviously, using the brush soap is a good habit. You know, and I'm focusing where I want some nice strong lines to appear. Beautiful. And we're definitely not gonna wash this. Like, it's very tempting to hit this with an all over wash. But all this building up that we're doing is kind of like the wash, right? Making the dark stuff darker. We're doing that through subtraction right now. And we want it to have a light skin. We don't want to filter this down. This is how bright we want it. He's got some nice texture up here, especially. So just make sure to go against the grain here. We are gonna, spot wash some of these pimples and stuff like that. And building up a good value sequence like we're doing right now is going to be helpful for that. Get these fingers. Yeah, I always feel like his skin looks leather, right? Like when you like this. We have to shine him back up with some proper varnishes at the end. But when you're being a little bit more subtle like I am, it heavily mitigates like all the dry pigment flying off the brush all over the guy. We're being extremely selective now. Let's get a little bit of white back here. And we're going to have to go inside of these little tears and deploy something fun in there. But you see we have like kind of the bruising set up now. So when we go inside, change the color combination, it'll ride. And just don't rush this step. So much important stuff is happening right now. Now that I've got the smaller brush out, get some of the face. All right, that's good. Let's rinse it. Now, there's going to be some stuff where we manually go in even further. Like every single one of these little divots, we might drop a little wash in there. Like individually, instead of like slathering it all on this guy, we're just gonna pick them out. But I think a fun place to start, let me move this guy out of the way, on this, to kind of set the tone for the model, would just be to kind of isolate this face and almost use the, oh yeah, this fell on the floor the other day. My wet palette. Disaster. And the whole thing went down in here. Yeah, it's been like I said earlier at the beginning of the show, it was rough. A rough 72 hours around the beat slab. Like I said, my lady's been suffering from her sciatica for 2 weeks, finishing up summer school. Sunday night, where we go to breakfast, or Sunday morning we go to breakfast, and we go to Five and Below, and she has a seizure at Five and Below of vocal aware. So she knew, she felt it coming, and she told me. And so it was she hasn't had one in over a year, so like, I had to scoop her little ass up and take her out and isolate her. And she was mostly concerned about being like embarrassed. Like she didn't want people to see it and like someone to call like an ambulance or something when she's already got it handled and takes medication. And so that made me worried. Obviously, I was super upset because I was like, what? Are you okay? I'll take you to the fucking hospital right now, you know? But not. And then the next day in the recovery, she had a fucking migraine, like a hemiplegic migraine. It was like nauseous all day, threw up, poor thing. And then from that toe she smashed 6 months ago at work, it grew back and it grew back curled. So then she had to go to podiatry and they took her fucking toenail off. 72 hours, first 72 hours of her summer vacation. Poor thing. I felt so bad for her. First 3 days of her break. And so the reason this fell on the floor, this is why I was reminded of it, and this is a disaster, is because, you know, when she was having a migraine last night, I got her a trash bag to throw up in, and so I grabbed mine, and everything flew off of it. Grabbed my wings basket. Yeah, Quinn says pain sucks. I get neuropathy pains in my feet, chemo aftermath, that feel like ice pick in my foot every 30 seconds. Yeah, she's been having some neuropathy from the sciatica and degenerative disc, I guess. And for like 2 weeks, and she was describing something kind of like what you were just talking about. Like her feet, like it moved down to her foot, and she was like, it's like ice shards, or like glass shards in there. Felt so bad for her. She was like, "Oh, and I'm making some chicken tonight." I was like, "Fuck no! Order yourself something. You sir, you deserve to just order something. What are you talking about? Making us some chicken?" Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, Kara Quinn said it's rare, like twice a year. Yeah, hers is about that rare right now, the Zydeco one. But man, it's a bad 2 weeks. I think it was closer to 3 weeks this time. Now, let's think about some of the colors. I picked up a bunch of monument paints. I want to mess around. I'm looking at his little face. So I think one of the things to do, honestly, maybe to establish some of our shading. So one of the things I messed with was actually just straight up bright jade, which is kind of funny. So let me grab a little bright jade. Some water. Lots of water right here. And what I want to do, let me take a little bit of the heavy warm white. I want to see what it looks like if I shove it into this recess. So I have an opportunity to use the face as a test bed for some of my ideas. Now, the darker color we actually used in this workup is actually golden brown.
Burninating the countryside, burninating the peasants, burninating all the people in the thatched roof cottages.
Yup, UHUH. UHUH. Yup, UHUH. Just wanted to see how she would say this.
Let me get Idiot and Rampage some love in chat, picking up some currency for the old dice bag giveaway. Let me get some strong man love. Thank you, brother. She did say it weird. Now, in this version, we put some golden brown in the mix. You see that? And I'm using it low opacity, a little wet. And I'm just kind of targeting these recesses. I'm just trying to see how it looks. Like I said, this is kind of a proof of concept, and I have an opportunity to work on the face independently of the body. Kind of see how I feel about some of these ideas. where I just kind of touch some recesses. And this one, as you see, it's a little bit more hype on the face, right? And so I really want to see the difference between just going heavy into the jade in some areas. And I really like the subtlety of bringing the brown into it. I feel like that really gives it a nice, clean respect. Where this might be a little aggressive, so let's repair that by grabbing a little bit more of the warm white. And the cool thing about a model like this is as long as I stay in my color palette, I can get away with being relatively all over the place while we are doing what we're doing right now. Nurgle's pretty forgiving like that. Which is fun because we just did a model that is the opposite of forgiving like that. Let's grab a little bit. See, and I can kind of fuck with it a little bit right here, just on this little spot in the palette, kind of going between the hues. Kind of just securing output saturation that I'm comfortable with. And it lets me kind of just see how they all interact. And I like that there's a little bit of a jade chilling. In that shade, you know, I kind of like that. Agrippa says, "Oh dear God, I got back to my desk to find I had spilled nearly an entire bottle of Tamaya extra thin directly into my mouse." Oh my God, that sucks. Now, I'm really curious about this. I got the AMP Magenta Wash, and I'm actually extremely curious to see how this functions. Because, you see what we did was we dry brushed all this stuff, and we got a good value trade. So I'm curious. I've painted a lot of Nurgle models in my life, guys. I'm curious to see if I take a little bit of this Magenta Wash. I'm curious to see what happens when I raw dog it into these open wounds. And see, there's like a maggot in that one. I just kind of like cut around the maggot. Will I have sufficiently established enough value in these little pockets to get this magenta wash from Monument Hobbies, the AMP magenta wash? Well, I've given it sufficient value to kind of act like a speed paint, essentially. Inside of an open wound. Captain Van Hammer, that's good because I want to use it to paint those. I want a shortcut. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling good about that as a shortcut technique. Now, we've also got lots of little maggots, pimples. I'm looking at its face detail. So let's grab some white. Let me just push. Right there with some straight up white. I want to kind of see these details. I'm looking at the box art to kind of see what I'm looking at because it's got so much going on that you kind of lose it. It's got a mouthful of maggots, some yellow teeth. Let's go back to the golden brown. Subtract the teeth out. So I'm really just experimenting. What can I get away with? These maggots. Interesting. They're kind of like a weird tube beetle. Let's grab. Got some other colors I bought. Remember, I picked a lot of colors out, just thinking, Nurgle yes, Nurgle no. So, and I'm using inspiration from the box art, but I've gone, I would say, more albino than they have at this point, but there's a lot more color to breathe back into this. It's going to be about how much color we bring back into it. And so what I want to try is I want to try this beige red signature series, Vince Venturillo. And I'm going to pull out just stock pale pink. Kind of feel like here's one of these little tubular insects. Right? Now let's grab the pale pink. over that. Yeah, I can get away with that. I like that. Now, the inside of his mouth is a whole disaster in there. So let's grab... I kind of feel like I just want to do it. I'm jumping in. Here's the wash. I'm going to... Banhammer. I'm going to take the fucking magenta wash. And kind of dunk the inside of his mouth with it. A little water. Pull it down. Yeah, the magenta wash does work. At the very least, it's giving me like a starting position. For some of that interior. Because we have so many light values, we can get away with a lot of this speed painting strategy. For these little details. Let's go back to the teeth with some ivory. Heart pull. You see he's got little pimples right here. Let's take a little of that magenta again. Let's grab some of the pale pink and some white. The beige red. And the pale pink. Still thinking about these maggots and how I want them all to be presented. I don't want to get overly reliant on the magenta wash for this. Especially on his face, and I'm still gonna go back in here. Get those little pox marks. So we're just kind of flexing on those little colors. Just kind of feeling it out. And I'm still gonna want to do more, right? Like, I'm never gonna be happy with such dull line work like right here. See, bringing some hype back in. Gotta really punch it up. But what's gonna bring a lot of love to this face is the cowl, and that's where we get to bring like a nice, I feel like burgundy is a good starting position for that. Let's pull out some burgundy. Big number 6. Feel like I need to cut that burgundy with a hype blue. Yeah, I want it to be, I want to start pretty dark. Got some on his skin by accident. No problem. Just gonna use a little water. Kind of repair that. Problem. Burgundy, as Captain Banhammer said. Going on hot and heavy. And we're just trying to subtract this out. So we can see what we're working with. And it's a very dark purple. Right now, it's straight stock blue mixed with the burgundy. And this is the issue with going with such a bright color scheme. There's all this white in this shadow work, essentially like a bright set of ivories and shit. But normally, that would all just be like black. So like base coating this cloak or this cowl is a whole thing because of that. Getting on the undersides of things. Got the Banhammer NLP paint set, Mahorange, Burgundy, Impossible Green. All colors are the same color and Titan Wash. All colors are the same color and Titan Wash. That's a hilarious set. You see, now you can see that face, now that it's framed. It's a lot different now, right? Six minutes left before we do our raffle. Pebs, what's up? And we gotta get underneath. Gotta kind of invert it. And paint underneath these tears in his fabric. with burgundy. So it's a whole thing because of the brightly valued airbrushing we did. Which is why I always talk about, like, don't prime your model white. It's 9 out of 10 times always a disaster. I'm gonna grab a little of the warm white. A little repair work right there. Shout out to Pebs. Thank you for the follow. Let's take a little of the beige red pink mix. And I just wanted to subtract out so we can see his face. And see how some of these color interactions play out, right? Because we're taking inspiration from the box art for Rodicus with the lighter skin, but I'm gonna do my own take, right? My own colors, my own choices. And so we're just kind of in the exploration phase right now. That was burgundy plus blue was this laydown. I'm gonna exploit that like hard as we move through the color spectrum. But these tentacles, I really like their take. They like pretty much just go with like a jade. So I'm kind of feeling like, and for a lot of it just explodes out of the model. So like, look. There's a pretty clear border for a tentacle starting and stopping, you see? And that is easy to blend out either way. Right? Rinse it, get some water. And just use a little bit of wash technique and let that just stain in, you see? Right where it touches right there. And if you want to kind of go further, take some of the warm white we were using, kind of stipple that in. Turn the lights back up a little bit. It's hard. It's harder to see the bright stuff with the lights on. Easier to see the dark stuff.
And his name is John C.
Where you pray? Let me get some love right there. For my man right there. Same thing, kind of just water it down. Convert it to a bit of a glaze.
You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh. You gotta get swifty. Oh, yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
I'm feeling that direction that we're going. Rinse this down. All right, we're gonna do our first dice bag raffle. We're gonna set it up. It's gonna be a ticketed raffle. We've never done this before in the history of our show, and we've been on the air for almost 9 years. So this is technically a no purchase necessary opportunity to get in on the dice bags, which like I said, we've never done that. Banhammer says this is gonna be one of those models where you level up a bit as an artist. I'm always down for that. Do some like classic art, you know? Okay, so as mentioned, you see these are just photoshopped. That's the embroidery logo, and I photoshopped that onto some random bag. The way these bags actually work is my dice bag creator goes to the store, gets fabric, sews these bitches up, embroidery machines the logo. It's totally custom. You have 5 every Tuesday in July. It's our big summer program. Only 5 we're ever gonna have. And so we're gonna pull up Deepbot, and tickets are gonna be 180 Yo Dogs, which is how many Yo Dogs you get per show if you watch every minute. You see, no purchase necessary. Next time it's 360. It just keeps going up because you get free Yo Dogs all month. So this is the cheapest. You get 20 Yo Dogs to the dollar if you donate. So you can up the game right now. Now when we're about to go live with it, okay? So the way it works is ticket, exclamation point, ticket, space, number of tickets. So if you have exactly 180, exclamation point, ticket, space, 1. You got to do it all in one go though. You can't like say 1, then 1, then 1. You can only get one entry plus however many tickets you want to drop, you know? So today is the cheap day. So this is the raffle item is 1 of 5 dice bags, July 2025 edition. $180. You can buy 1,000 tickets. Doesn't matter. Okay. Starting now. Exclamation point, ticket, space, number of tickets. 180 Yo Dogs per ticket. Now, if you want to get more than one ticket, like your free ticket just for watching, you gotta throw money at it. That's how I make money. You see? So, we're gonna put time on the clock. All right. 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to get in on this. Dark Jameson with the gifted sub. What a legend. What's up, brother? Kara Quinn, 20 Yo Dogs to the dollar. Dark Horse, is it a ticket or tickets? You see Idiot Rampage did 6 tickets. Captain Banhammer did 3. So you have to put it all in right now. Exclamation point, ticket, space, number of tickets. we've been doing this for 9 years, this thing, but we never applied it to something you can actually buy in on right now. So you have 4 minutes if you want to make your chances better. 1 of 5. Brand new joints. There it is. The crudely photoshopped fake version. Shout out to fucking War Pigment for picking this. This could be a dud. This could backfire on him. Could be the least hype one of all time. I don't know. Kara Quinn just gifted a sub like a legend. What's up, man? Pray, let me redeem my birthday Yodox in the next 10 years. Freaking madman. And as always, sign these bags if you want. There's only 5 of them. Banhammer. I look like DJ Khalid. Is that another DJ I look like? Or is this the same DJ that has been pointed out to me? Let me Google this guy. Different DJ. 2 different DJs that I look like. This bag has sick lore. The no hobo bag. Dagoon, what's up, brother? Kara Quinn. Oh yeah, I'm extremely pinned. It's basically Dirty Mike on the bag. Yeah, Dark Horse. This is the no hobo edition. You have a minute and a half to jump in on this. 20 Yodogs to the dollar. It just gets more expensive from here on out. One minute left. Banhammer says, I can't wait to win a $300 dice bag in a month. I think by the end of the month, it's basically 900 Yodogs at the end of the month, which you get like 1,500 per month for free if you watch every show. So, still no purchase necessary. We've never done it this way before. Want to try a different approach. All right. So, let's see. Darth Jameson with the 1 ticket entry at the buzzer. Look at that shit. Says he's not following, which is incorrect. I was like, Indian Rampage has strong math. But His math was still like less than 50-50, right? Congratulations. Thank you for your support. Indiana Rampage, Captain Banhammer, Rhea Prey, my man Dark Horse. Also, Dar Jameson dropped a sub. Kara Quinn as well. And Dagoon with his bits. Remember, guys, this is how I stay in business. Thank you guys for participating in the fun, the hype journey, the business side of things, as well as the art side of things. Indiana Rampage, yep. So I've never done it this way before. So normally people could just come in and buy it out. So don't know how it works. So then it makes like no one else want to participate, right? So for once in 9 years next month, we'll try a different way. If it's total garbage this month and it doesn't pan out like and everyone hates it, we won't do it again. Oh, you got one of the white ones with the orcs on it, Kara Quinn? That's old school, bro. Can I have the Sacred Scroll updated with the first Victor? With the 2025 No Hobo edition. Updated. Coil Daddy to Doug Jameson. Yeah, Kara Quinn. He's like, I'm old. I was like, that's old school. He's like, I'm old. But we're bringing that raid tonight. We got Duff. But we're bringing that raid tonight. Already done, he says. Tough choice between Duff and Rottweiler. Just pick. So, I mean, yeah, I see your point. I didn't mean to minimize it. You're right. Flip a coin. This counts. Duff is the inside. Duff. Raid is taken down. Duff just got back on the air, so it's pretty hype. Let's bring this man some love. Thank you guys to the bottom of my heart, as always. Until we meet again, play on, players.